I've never seen anything that made me say, oh wow, I want to be gay. I'm inspired to be gay. Because I saw that outfit.
Right.
Or because YSL made this shirt that I want to be gay so I can wear that shirt.
Clarify for me, and we briefly talked about this before, when you was on Lip Service and you were saying the concept of a man can try something, I guess that's deemed gay, an act, but it does not make him gay. It was just an act that he, experimented with, but that doesn't necessarily make him gay.
Well, let's turn the tables, right? Because we've heard many a story.
It's definitely a double standard.
Of women.
Yes.
While I was in college.
Right. Right.
And it was just a wild time. Right. And I was just trying to figure out me. And I dated a few girls. But once I found Timothy, we've been married for 20 years and we have 4 beautiful kids and this is who I am.
Yeah.
We never second guess that. We never second guess that. I'll even go a step further. If there's a white guy to say, yeah, it was this wild frat party, man, and they just, think
about it.
My bro, he just, he kind of lightly penetrated me, but it was just, we were just having fun, man. Like it was just
big pause.
You know what I'm saying? We were just having a wild time, man. It was like 3 kegs, we down 3 kegs.
So let me ask you, so what you're challenging in that is not necessarily, am I hearing the challenge of sexuality or the double standard?
It's us. It's us. There's something about...
When you say us?
Black men.
Yep.
Black men, okay.
It's something about black men and the homosexual conversation that is it is a mess. The phobia as it relates to black men is the elephant in the room. And no one will actually articulate their devastation, right? Because you have to think like, for a black man, the worst thing to be called
is gay.
Is gay.
Yeah.
Like the first thing somebody's gonna allude to, whether you are gay or not, when they're trying to assassinate your character or get off the highest joke imaginable, they're going gay first.
Gay or snitch.
Or broke, right?
Or broke, But gay being
number one.
Trying to figure out how to make you gay is at the top of that list.
That's a fact.
So it stems from something within our culture that has created this stigma.
Yeah.
That is the somehow there's a program to make black men gay. Like you see it everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
There's an attack on
there's an agenda.
Strong black men. But who's the attack coming from?
Do you believe there's an attack?
How?
No, I'm asking. Do you believe
Again, that's my answer.
Oh, how?
How?
Well, I think as people say it, through media, through fashion, through what's acceptable. Because
who?
Because if you think about it, back in our generation, we're the exact same age. We didn't see homosexuality. It's been around since the beginning of time, but it was your auntie's friend, your uncle's friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's more in your face, more acceptable. It's more mainstream, actually trendy.
Well, the world has gotten smaller, and so now we know that more humans exist, and we're actually able to see those humans living out their lives. We weren't able to see that before. I didn't know what was going on outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right.
I have a clue.
Right.
About my 4 blocks from 38th Street to Sherman Park, that's all I knew.
Yeah.
But I have a question for both of y'all, because coming from y'all generation and y'all came up with your Princes and, the
androgynous.
Jokes, the androgynous
I
era.
didn't know what that was. I just thought
but
he
what
was...
made that masculine and now not masculine?
I thought that Cameo, I thought that's
Full
what they were, it's just what they wore.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a fact. But I think it was a different context too. You know,
Rick
because
James, I thought
because that was in the context of entertainment, right? It's showmanship, right? So whereas we never saw anyone like that in real life, right? We only saw people on TV that looked like that. Nobody, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so funny because my gaydar was so messed up because I wasn't exposed to it. I never seen.
I remember when we went to Atlanta.
I never seen a overly, you know, explicit gay person.
But it was exposure, but it wasn't necessarily a difference.
But think about this. Again, where does the agenda come from? Because we're talking about Prince. We're talking about Michael Jackson. We're talking about Cameo. We're talking about Rick James had beads and braids. Extensions.
I mean, that Street Songs, he had on red leather boots on the album.
I portrayed Rick James in a lip sync battle.
Yeah.
Those heels hurt. I can't wait. You're different if you can survive. You can do a show in those.
That's facts. Right. Prince used to wear heels and would take your woman.
When I talked to Babyface, he was like, it was called being breed in Minneapolis. That was the term for dressing and looking like that.
What does that mean? Being breed? What?
That look. That androgynous look.
Okay.
The hair, the shirts, the tights.
What was the purpose of that?
That was the look. That meant you were in.
Okay.
It didn't mean you were gay. It meant you were in.
Right.
Oh, you breed. Okay. Yeah, you one of us. You're a star. You're a whatever that is.
Yeah. So you're different.
We celebrated that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We owned it.
Yeah.
It wasn't an attack or an assassination on anything.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
It's where some of our heroes came from.
Yeah.
So where does this agenda come from? I've never seen nothing, again, no disrespect to homosexuality.
Right.
I've never seen anything that made me say, oh wow, I want to be gay. I'm inspired to be gay. Because I saw that outfit.
Right.
Or because YSL made this shirt that I want to be gay so I can wear that shirt.
You want to be gay for the shirt.
No, I said that. I'm like, the clothes are not making people gay.
I've never seen a runway ad that was like, man, I want to be gay so I can do with it.
But you know,
because listen, ultimately, you are what you are.
Yeah. Does that speak to being homophobic? If
it is, it's a phobia. And I understand the phobia because I grew up in it.
Yeah.
And I had to face it.
And especially being in the church.
Being in this business.
Yeah.
I was raised that gay was an abomination.
Yeah.
Not just a sin, but the deepest.
So that's what I wanted to
sin.
ask you. So you having this, you know, foundation of spirituality and this moral fabric, how have you become so, tolerant of
not even tolerant?
I know that's not the right word, but
I just
accepting.
I started living life outside of that book.
Okay.
I started accepting the fact that one way is not the only way.
Right. Now, doing that, do you feel like you compromising your faith?
I was given a faith. But my calling is bigger than the structure of said religion. Right? I serve the God of all things, not one thing.
So you're speaking to more spirituality as 100%. Opposed to religion.
100%.
Okay.
And so what I learned on my walk and on my journey is that all humans were created different. All of us, we're all different. We all have a part and a role to play in all of this. And the two things that every human being requires is grace and love. Every human being deserves that. And once I got into that space, I started looking at people differently. not. I don't care who you sleep with.
Facts.
I don't care.
I'm the same way.
None of those things concern me.
I'm the same way.
How's your day today, man?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Is anything I can do for you? You need help with anything? Cool, man. Good to meet you, man. My name's Tank, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. I almost feel like people that are preoccupied with that and people's sexuality and they zero in on it, I almost feel like,
what are you dealing
with?
No, you like that neighbor from American Beauty.
You know what I mean? And I'll acknowledge a little bit of, I'm not going to quite say I've been homophobic, maybe homophobic adjacent because it was something so foreign to me, and not to mention I've been hit on, by homosexual. Okay, we just call it what it is. And I've been hit on, and it always made me feel uncomfortable. And I remember I saw something on social media where a gay dude was like, man, y'all straight dudes are so arrogant to think that every gay man wants you, And I'm like, yeah, but I've been hit on by y'all. And it was traumatizing to me, And maybe that's the phobia of being traumatized by that,
What is traumatizing about it, though? Like if a man, if he doesn't know or if he's around and he's shooting his shot.
It's just foreign.
That's what it is. It's foreign. It's
uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta shooting a movie, the movie that I just had come out on All Black. And man, this dude was on his cell phone. And I think it's a thing where he act like he saw a bad, like he was on the phone. It was like, oh my God. And I looked like, he talking about,
where's she
at? You know what I mean? Yeah. And basically asked me, I didn't know where he was going with it. I had my suspicions, but I didn't want to be rude. You know what I mean? And so he's, on some other shit. And I was like, but my first thing went to man, I don't have to fuck this up. Like,
it's the first thing you go
That's
to.
the first thing. But then I'm older, so I'm trying to be more intelligent about it. And, but he caught my drift and he was like, oh, no disrespect or whatever. But then it starts to make me thinking well, what is it about me that made you think that was okay? So now I start feeling like when I'm around that maybe I need to be a little less friendly. Cause what y'all, fuck, yeah. I can walk in like this, but then, somebody had said to me that, I don't know, in that world culture, I don't know if they're attracted to men who are, straight or look straight. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
They still the masculine polarity.
It's still, I don't know. Maybe it's a little phobia I'm trying to work through.
I was super phobic in getting into this game. I was just like, I got to turn my machismo up.
Yeah, right. Real shit.
It took me a minute to come to those conclusions that I've come to, right? And so, I always kind of have this thing where it's like, I desire to be attractive, right? And not overly trying to be, but I pray that I'm attractive. But in hoping for that, and in being careful what you ask for, being attractive doesn't have limitations.
Exactly.
I got this little joke I do sometimes where it's like. It's like yeah, I'm attractive. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I was walking down the street the other day, and this dog came running up. Big pit bull came running up, and I thought he was getting ready to bite me, and he just grabbed my leg and started humping my leg, and I looked down and I started to knock him off me, but I let him finish. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm attractive and I understand what he's doing down there. You know what I mean? So it's kind of my joke, but it's like
I don't know. Go ahead.
You want to be attractive and you want to be all of these things, and you have to understand that that's not linear.
Yeah.
It's universal. And so, I had to accept the fact that, man, I have so many different kinds of fans.
Yeah.
I have so many different kinds of people who not, only look up to me, but that are attracted to me.
Yeah.
And so I don't take offense to it. Yeah. I just make my position clear.
Right.
That ain't me, young fella. Because I've had that in Atlanta. Man. Is walking through Lenox Mall.
Bruh.
Early 2000s.
Man. Oh, bruh.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm walking through there and a nigga hit me with them. And I'm like, But it's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And all way bigger than me.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me not say nothing before they try to take it.
Hey.
Last thing I want to do is wake up and be
I know, right? Been violated.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I got a similar story. Lennox, same thing. Yes. I'm with my wife, with her mom. And I'm down there and I'm on my rap, right? I'm court dog back then. And so we going through Lennox. I have no idea. Again, I'm not exposed to this world like that. I'm not around it. And, you know, and so my wife says, damn, babe, you see everybody looking at you? And I'm thinking, yeah, you know, I was just on the cover of Murder Dog.
Yeah, they see me.
You know what I'm saying? Like the album just came out. Like, you know, it's cracking. I told you, babe, we gonna get it.
We gonna get it.
You know? And so it wasn't until we was, I don't know what store we was in. Now, mind you, these are guys that look like us.
Yeah.
These are braids, cornrows, you know, Averex back then. They look like that. And I seen one guy slap one dude on the butt. He was like, ooh, stop. What the f is that? You know what I mean? Then it was like the Twilight Zone. Remember that movie, what was it, V, where you had the glasses, right?
And you could see.
It was like I took them, no, it's like I put them on or took them off.
And you could see.
And I saw like, I didn't see this. And then it was like gay pride. And then when I paid attention, I was like, I said, babe. And she was like, and so I pointed it out. She was like, oh, I think you're right. I was like, yeah, they not looking because I'm in the magazine, you know what I mean? And so she would tease me for so long. My wife would be like, you know, yeah, court dog, you know, big court, yeah, you got the then. She said, you got the then.
Oh, that's great.
So she would tease me about that. But yeah, I'm working on my if it is homophobia. I disagree with you though. I feel like it is a double standard. I feel like
it's 100%. No, it's 100% a double standard.
I feel like most women are either bi-curious, bi-stimulated, or bisexual, right? And for men, I think that even if you experiment and you do that, nigga, you gay for life.